We live, we live. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Mac Mason. Come with another video today and a very good topic because I've been seeing this going on a lot now where uh the media are manipulating black women to join a cause and then the black women try to get the black men to do the same. And where black men don't get no help in situations that we fight for. We don't get nothing. We don't get no help for nothing. And 9 times out of 10, it takes a woman to go through some distress or something for a man to help her. And then after that, I realized they'd be like, oh, we're not protected by men, this and that. When men ain't protected, black men ain't protected by black women either. It's just like they want us to protect them. And then once we're done, then they don't need us no more. Then they go back to their slave masters or whoever they getting paid or whatever the case may be. So I found a little clip of some guys in the barbershop talking about the same concept. And I'm gonna give y'all certain parts of it, and then I'm gonna go back. And I also gotta find a link where this new thing going on with this a bit abortion ban. How a black woman was like, "Oh, we need black men's support with this situation," when black men ain't got nothing to do with abortion situation ban, none of that. I don't know where they get this from. I know this new age knowledge got people thinking that men can have children, but that's an absolute lie. So let me see if I can make this bigger right now. I'm gonna show y'all this clip of a man expressing himself about how women say that they're not protected when all actuality black men are not protected in society because anything happened to us, we can't unless you got a good black mom, ain't no natural black woman coming in your defense for anything at this time right now. They could really honestly care less about black men at this time because they're more worried about money, Facebook, Instagram likes. They're not really worrying about the culture or society. And when I say culture, I don't mean like hip hop culture because hip hop culture is not a culture. Hip hop is a genre of music. Like it's no way close to a culture. I'm talking about African culture, like black culture. I'm talking about real culture that they don't even know about. We so used to this Americanized situation, we really think we're American, and it's sad. But all right, let me hit you with this clip. I think he's expressing how women feel like they're not defended by black men, and it's a complete opposite. I know many black men that defended their girlfriend and either died, got shot, got stabbed, all for defending their woman because she wanted to wear a scantily dress or something that just looked provocative, and the individual approached her, and now a man got to stand up for her, and through the mix, sometimes men die, and these women don't cry and be all in their funeral. They be with the next nigga and within weeks. So yeah, let me get to this little clip first, and then we're gonna give you some more details on it.
Another thing too, a lot of our women now are being more aggressive than our men are.
No, but okay. I'm gonna say, so if you see a black woman,
Because we are very protective, definitely over what we,
no, he said, do you think they're being
unprotected? We're unprotected for sure. It don't get no worse than that. I
Shit,
still don't see how women can say that though.
But do you want?
Exactly, you heard him right there. We are the most unprotected people on this earth, black men. Like we get stopped for anything at the red lights. Um, shoot, as kids, when you like, before I really knew that I was West Indian, you know what I mean? My first year in school was horrible. Like people was calling me African, all this stuff, and I'm looking at them like I'm the same complexion as you. How can you feel like you're any different than me? But I realized that when you're not a natural African American, as they call it, African American, which you cannot be two things at once anyway. When you're not a natural African American and you're like West Indian or you're from parts in Africa or just distant from America, but you're still black, they consider you. They consider anybody that's not American and from another country African. You know what I mean? And it's not wrong with being African. Everybody's African, but black people found the way to use it the derogatory way of using that against other black people because we were young, we was immature, we was ignorant, we didn't comprehend different cultures of black people. Like America just seemed like one of the most ignorant places when I first started going to school because as much as they called me all this that, most of these kids couldn't do like regular like spelling, math, or nothing, but they felt like having the newest Jordans and the newest outfit made them smart in a way, which so uncomprehendable. So, but let's get back to this video. I'm just gonna take a little clip from this just to tell my side of the story, and hopefully somebody can comment. You know what I mean? Hopefully I get some subscribers, but I know this is I'm just coming up on this platform, so anything right now is good. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me get back to this.
You want? Okay, let's be real. My wife, I know she's gonna stand up, but I don't want my fucking wife protecting me like that. I'm not even wanting to put herself in danger, but I know she would.
I mean, yeah, that's good.
So, okay. Who protects the black man? Who's supposed to protect the black man?
We protect ourselves.
I think, bro.
So
I'm gonna tell you something though.
You seen the movie King?
Listen,
and Queen.
Tigers and lions.
All right, just to stop right there, right? Like he's asking, who takes care of black men in America? Nobody. We don't even take care of ourselves. Like we our own worst enemies. Like 9 times out of 10, you want to see somebody looking just like you coming after you with a gun. You know what I mean? Like over nonsense, over stupid shit, over money. Put it over money. And who run this money? These white people in these big corporations. Like, I don't understand why we feel so entitled to be white. Like I know we may not want to be white, but I see how the white image is portrayed to even these black women. Like I can hear a black woman saying, "No, if it ain't white, it ain't right." You know what I mean? And then when a black man deals with a white woman, oh my God, you should see the eyes that they get. Like it's crazy. Like it's like you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. That's what it is with this black community right now. Like we can't date outside our race, but when we do, we get treated like garbage, and then we can't even talk about it because for a strong black man to show his emotion, oh now he's being weak, now he's a simp, this and that. So it's just like society. No, I ain't even gonna say society. Us as black people, we've been lost, but now we just destructively lost. Like now we're hurting each other because we don't know or value anything about our culture. We just go off everything that we hear, whatever we see, we go with it. Like, in a way, it kind of sucks. But let me see if I can get a little bit more in here from this video because I really found this very educational. You know what I mean? So here we go.
For sure. But I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Black women. I'm gonna tell you something about black women. I don't know a lot about all these other races. Mm-hmm. I know a black woman gonna talk her shit.
Yes, sir.
It takes a real man to lead a black woman, a strong black woman. But when a black woman fall in love with you, listen, bro. I know my black woman.
It's like, hard to get it unfollowed.
Not even that. Bro, a black woman gonna talk shit for you. Mm-hmm. She gonna look out for you. If your burger not right, and you said, "Baby, let's just leave." No, we go back in there real quick. We supposed to have 2 letters on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, he's right about that. They're very argumentative to defend a man. Like if something's on a bill that maybe not be right, and I might just be like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna pay for it. They'd be like, no, hold up. You didn't order that. Tell them you didn't order that. This and that. They definitely gonna defend you when it comes to something they feel like is wrong on both ends. But let you be like, babe, stay. You feel like stay home right now. I'm about to go out with my boys and drink and this and that. boy, if they stay home, you'll be getting a phone call every couple of minutes. You'll get a phone call, and I make sure if you good, meaning that if you ain't talking to no other females, because it's a thin line between defending somebody and then becoming a target of somebody. Because I didn't seen how people don't love somebody for so many years, and one little incident happened. Now this person is trying to get them locked up. She trying to call all they homeboys and tell them all the foul stuff they did and this and that. And I'm just like, okay, when did a relationship become you and your friends and your spouse? Like that's the new relationship now. Like it ain't no one-on-one conversations though. Let's just talk about this, babe. No, oh, my friend got to know what's going on. My cousin got to know what's going on. My sister got to know what's going on. But God forbid, as a man, you tell your mom what's going on. Or now you now you a mama's boy because you inform your mom on your situation to get some good feedback. Like, man, this whole system is corrupted, and no lie, black women they entertain it. They don't mind it. They feel like okay, as long as we ain't getting the end of the stick, we're good. We rather the black man get the end of the stick than we get the end of the stick. You know what I mean? Because most of the problems that women had was never black women problems. It was white women problems because white women dealt with the colonists and the white men that came here and stole all the treasures and had things, but yet they still treated their white women like they were inferior to them, which I don't know how they feel. You know what I mean? That's not my culture of people, but I can tell it's at least a mutual understanding on the things that they do for each other, even if it's business oriented. Like it's still an agreement. You know what I mean? Now I notice, like with these modern women, like white women are just fitting straight into the situation because I haven't seen them. Okay, they'll deal with they, but look, even with them, they don't deal with certain individuals unless you have some kind of structure built, like some kind of something established. Like you got to have something going for yourself. Like a lot of white women date their boss or they marry their boss or a guy in power wherever they're at. They don't. I won't say that they don't date for out of love, but I know it's a bigger purpose. You know what I mean? I know they know it's something more important than just love, and they utilize that. You know what I mean? I don't knock them for that. But let's continue.
I don't know. I can't. I gotta disagree. I think the black man has to protect the black man. It starts with our image
Mm-hmm.
and how we respect ourselves. But that's a whole different deep conversation.
Boom, hit it on the noggin. Even though he said he wanted to make it a different topic, but that's what it is. Once black men start respecting and loving other black men, you know what I mean, and not on no feminine shit like everybody on that feminine. No, I'm talking about just genuine love, like just being real with an individual. Everything gonna be easier because when you have numbers, you have power. People seem like they don't understand that. Like when you have numbers, you have power. Like even with the concept of even people like no offense. Like I know it's some people that be on this train on the New York Transit, you know what I mean? And it'd probably be like five different people, they all asking for change. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying asking for change is the best thing to do in this world, but hey, sometimes that's what you gotta do. Now, I know that it'd be a group of these individuals that all go different train stations and ask for change. And then whatever, at the end of the day, they come together, they put their money together, they do what they do, and they bounce. Like they whatever they do, they go get something to eat, they go get their drugs, whatever they want. That's their business. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's their business. But yet they come together, and it's like I feel like sometimes black people only come together when they doing something negative. Like if you try to do something positive, you might start off, but man, black people don't be really interested in that shit. You could be like, yo, I'm doing something right now. It's gonna take some time, but we're gonna be able to establish ourselves, make it positive, this and that. Niggas will fuck with you for like a week or two, but niggas don't see that money right away. Niggas is gone, bro. Niggas going back to selling crack and dope and all that shit, bro. Like, no, black people don't really like joining together to do nothing positive. You know what I mean? I know I'm gonna get criticized. Oh, yes, we do. We got this and that, and no. 9 times, if they do, they're getting investments from a white corporation or a white organization to help build that. So now it's not even like it's a black agenda right now. It's just a agenda. Whatever the agenda is, that's what they do. So just seem like we weak spiritually. Like even in terms of the manipulation. Like I see now that I guess some black women feel like some black men are getting the point now. So now they try to find other ways to manipulate them to to get entertained. You know what I mean? Like, and it's funny because with this social media era, it's like everybody want to be seen, everybody want to be heard. So whatever you do, you got to record it or you got to put it up on Twitter or TikTok or some shit. Like nobody does nothing genuinely. Even giving people like I never understood how you can record giving yourself like giving a bum something. Record like here, I'm giving him a pair of sneakers for him to wear. Like you don't gotta record you being kind. Like I don't know where that started, but when people have to record themselves being kind, like you have to prove to the world that you're a kind person. Like, come on now, like all that stuff be fugazi. Like that should be fake, man. Everything be fake now, and people just want you to subscribe to it. Like, oh yeah, yeah, you see him give that man them joints on YouTube. Like, bro, if you do something for somebody at the kindness of your heart, do it at the kindness of your heart, bro. Don't be like, oh, I don't want to put this on YouTube now. No offense, you got the bum nigga looking all crazy on the video, even though you giving them some new J's. Like, because at the end of the day, it's still gonna be another black man that you 9 times out of 10 giving that to because we don't have no business in society. Ain't no y'all keep talking about these black owned businesses, these black owned businesses. Hey, you should say black. It's black owned, yeah, but it's not getting funded by them. I bet. Hell no. You know what I mean? They just running the motherfucker, just like any other business. You see a black man as a manager running that shit. He don't own that shit, man. He don't own that shit. He just got a little. He got stocks in his own business. Like, man, let's get back to this. You know what I mean? I don't really want to get too passionate about the situation, but I know right now that I gotta find that clip too with these black women asking for help for this abortion ban. Like, who who likes murder? I'm trying to figure out who likes murder, and if that's what women like, man, I see why they like that because that's crazy. Now y'all don't have no control over your body and this and that. What? Y'all ain't had no control of your body when that shit was going in y'all for y'all to fucking go to work. So what the fuck is y'all worrying about that now? Let's go.
I get what you're saying though. You know what I'm saying? I think I don't know, man. I get what black women are saying. Like I said, I was offended at first, but if you see a black woman on the street getting disrespected by some white supremacists, are you gonna jump in if you don't know it?
Nah.
Thank you. I'm so happy he was being honest. Like what? We supposed to jump out the window and then get locked up for 20 years just for assaulting a white man for defending a black woman, and then 9 times out of 10 she might date a whole nother white man, or might just be using him for money or whatever the case. Come on now. You know how long black men been getting disrespected by women in general, not even like black women. Like this is kind of new. This must I don't even know if this is new because I'm only 35. I can't really speak on what's going on. But come on, I know back then, y'all know a black man couldn't even whistle at a white woman. They couldn't even look their way. Like, come on now. And with this all this thing is now black men got this stigma, or we just savages, we all hit our women and shit, like all this stupid shit. Like that shit is corny because the woman will manipulate your emotions and then do all types of greasy, nasty shit. And then when you try to defend yourself or you try to stand up for yourself, oh now, like this shit sucks, bro. Like I hope black men start waking up and realize we the only ones that's gonna take care of ourselves. Even our women right now, most of these modern women, these modern black women, they think they white anyway. And I don't mean in terms of the skin complexion. I mean in terms of their personality, the way they move, the way they do things. Like all their hair's got to be straight. You know what I mean? They got to make sure they have a certain figure or like all this delusional stuff. Like I'd be like, oh man, I hate it. But that's the world we live in. And like I said, it is what it is. I really don't. I don't take it as emotional as I used to before because I see the truth now. Like oh no, I see my truth. Let me rephrase that. I see my truth, and I understand that coming from a West Indian family, I never understood why back in like couple maybe like 20 years ago, whatever. It was like it wasn't cool to be a West Indian black man in America. You know what I mean? It was always what they just say? Yeah, you I don't know you. What the thing was? It was African booty scratching, just being black. Like it was like no matter how brown you were black because they can tell you was from another. Oh, don't have a accent. Oh boy, they really gonna wash you up with jokes. Like it was so ignorant at that time, and it was like as you got older, even with the dark skin thing coming up, it was like dark skin man is packing. So now we end because they thought we had huge compared to light skin man. They thought, like it was like and all the stereotypes come from white folks. You know what I mean? And black women were just taking it and running with it, feeling like it was they shit, they problem, everything was on them. And I'm just like, wow. Like now it's like, oh, they need our help for abortions, or they need our help to spread the gay pride and all this. Like what? Like y'all do that yourselves. Like y'all been doing that. What y'all need is for now? Like, oh man.
See, that's it.
Hold on, it depends on
You got to see the situation. So you just gonna dumbly jump yourself into a gunfight without a gun? You know what I'm saying? Like some shit, just like
okay.
Another thing about this, that's a problem with us as well today. A lot of us are into minding our own business. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't got nothing to do with us, we gonna stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of black people have been living throughout the years. So you really gotta look at it. And then
I'm gonna be real with you, bro.
go ahead.
I saw a post on Facebook. I be on Facebook like I'm old shit. It was a restaurant and this white man was going hard on this black woman in front of her son. And I'm just like, I can't tell you that I couldn't just watch that, bro.
Okay, that like
I
that.
see my mom, my sister.
Yeah. That's different.
Huh? She was a girl.
That's way different. Now you see him doing that to a mother and his son. Well, that's a totally different story. You know what I mean? I don't want can't see no white man just coming and disrespecting a woman and her son like that. But if it's a bunch of women and they being all ratchet and twerking and doing that, and the white man just be like, I don't want this in my store, and they start beefing with him and like, oh, get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna jump today. Oh, let me come save them from getting in trouble for twerking on the table. And no, hell no, I'm not doing that shit. It's a different situation. And it's different type of people. But like I said, right now, if you ain't a specific type of person, people ain't hearing you out anyway. So let me put this back up there. All right, so I'm gonna probably put the rest of this video, and then I'll probably just give y'all my last little statements, and then I'm off this.
He was a grown woman, but he was a grown man. Like, but I'm like, he was going bad on the woman. But the son was like 9. Yes, I can't tell you that I can turn the cheek. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
no, I understand that as a point, but we're talking about like physically with the woman, like the incident that happened downtown. Matter of fact, in the what's called what old girl was fighting with the dude with the gun. In the situation that she ended up getting beat up or whatever real bad, and he had pulled out the pistol on her, and everybody was recording, but nobody helping her not get beat up type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that was a lot of stuff like our rappers and stuff try to look at.
But if you see somebody, you said you wouldn't, I get it because they got guns. But if God forbid one of the lovely women in your life is getting assaulted by and you're not there, would you want a brother to step up and protect her?
Yeah, definitely.
So how you gonna say you wouldn't?
Depending on the situation and circumstances, bro, you got to see what is there. So you just gonna run out there and get your ass shot by somebody for no reason? I'll call the police and inform it. I'm gonna go try to distill all the situations.
I'm strategic. I'm not gonna go run and jump in front of nothing like that. I'm not gonna go dive into it. You gotta be smart. It's like playing chess, but at the same time,
you can't play chess. You can't play chess fast. So by him saying it's like chess, no, you ain't. If something is happening in 2.2, it's no way you can be like, okay, what piece should I move to make the best option out of this situation? Hell no, you going off instincts, bro. And that's up to the person that you are. Like a lot of men have jumped out the window trying to do something good and fucking got shot in their chest and shit. So it ain't about the whole aspect of going out there protecting or just being Superman out there, bitch. Like, nah, because a lot of times certain individuals get their own self in the mess, and you may only see the after effect of what's going on. Now you want to jump out the window and think, oh, let me go help this dude, cause the whole time this nigga probably done robbed that nigga for 50 racks, and you just sitting there like, oh, fuck that, no, you ain't gonna be, nah, bro, you gotta mind your business sometimes, bro. Real talk, like. Real talk, like I know people like, oh no, nigga, you can run out of the nah, nigga. Niggas is smart, niggas is minding their business because you don't know what nigga situations be. People put you in situations you don't even know, and then you doing time for some shit you ain't know nothing about. Nigga don't get no sympathy to you for that shit, especially when you black. Hell no.
Tom, I can't tell you I'm turning the cheek.
I'm not gonna turn the cheek. I'm gonna just, if I can just how you say this escalate the situation. There you go. De-escalate the situation.
But that's
I can
doing
do it.
something though.
I mean, but it's technically not doing anything with actually, making me go to jail. Because nowadays, bro, we can just go hop on a dude now and say all this shit. You still going to jail. I'm not
telling you to be no crash dummy. I'm telling you, would you?
So true. Okay, yeah. Now he's not saying to be a crash dummy, but at the end of the day, that's a fact. Like yo, as a black man, we can't touch nobody. Somebody just say that we touched them. We getting locked up. No questions. Y'all don't realize how black men are guilty until proven innocent. This is innocent shit that's not for us. The white folks, yeah, them niggas can get off for doing some heinous shit. Like I just seen a man just did a murder and they about to try to release him. Man, because he's a white man. They ain't doing that to no black man. Hell no. But like I said, that's the stigma of us already. Or we so-called savages when we were the most peaceful people. How savages get enslaved? You can tell if you can explain that to me, then we good. But no, nigga, we wasn't no savages, man. They made us look like savages so they could take the eyes off them for doing the shit that they did. And what most black people, they go along right with it. Yeah, us black people, nigga don't even know their history, don't know their culture, man. People don't know nothing. They just go off whatever the fucking with that box on their counter tell them, and they run with that shit. Because most of these movies put certain types of racist shit in there, you know what I mean? And people act like, oh, it's just a movie, it don't mean nothing. Like you see Arnold Schwarzenegger shooting up 100 motherfuckers, and he's a motherfucking superhero. You know what I mean? He's a motherfucking superhero. They ain't gonna let no black person be in there shooting people up and no superhero shit. He got to be the one getting shot. Like, man. All right, let me just end this with the rest of this video, and then be gone.
Would you help step in?
But in that situation, how could you be? I mean, do whatever you're fighting the girl.
Huh?
She helpless. She
fighting
beat up.
At that point, I gotta jump in that.
I'm not saying I gotta go ahead and get off. That's cool.
If I see some, you know what I'm saying, fucking nigger and this and that, I gotta,
we gotta attack that. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even gotta do that. You gotta play chess with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
I ain't like to. I've never seen a black woman lose to a white supremacist. That's another reason why I say I wouldn't really. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, our black women are strong now. You know what I'm saying? And that's just another thing too. She's still a woman, but all women now can hold their own. They have this. That's another thing back with equal rights too, because they're equal quality. They talk.
Thank you. I love look, yo, this guy be having some good ass shit to say. You know, this nigga in the seat be acting like he is sent, but yeah, like our women are so called strong now. Like why we gotta go so hard to defend them if they talking to a white man or arguing with a white man about anything? Because best believe, ain't no like. If a gang of niggas is about to do something to somebody, man, it's gonna be very rare for another black dude to be like, yeah, y'all need to stop out of nowhere, like out of West Bubblefuck. Nigga ain't jumping out the window for no next nigga, but you'll do it for the next female because you assume that she can't hold her own. When they so-called supposed to have equal rights just like us. Man, this shit sound mad backwards. It's no equal rights. It's like it's only equal rights if a female feel like she should have equal rights. It's no equal rights just for it to be equal rights. Because if it was, way more fathers would have their kids. Way more niggas wouldn't be locked up. Like, come on, niggas so miss me with the bullshit. Like, we just really be falling into every trap that women set us for us. Like, for real, every trap. And then the government don't help black men when shit go down. They siding with the woman. Like, regardless of what. She could be a crack cokehead, fucking abusive, everything. They don't give a fuck. You a black man, Yeah, you're wrong. In case closed. So, man, I'm gonna leave on that note. You know what I mean? I'm gonna end this broadcast. You know, hopefully I get some comments, subscribers, because I don't mind. I want to hear more about this topic, and I'm going to speak more on this topic because I see how black men are being manipulated into doing shit that they don't have to do because we have no benefits for nothing. We don't get benefits. We don't have no black area for us. We don't have shit. You know what I mean? A black woman can always go into a white neighborhood and fit in perfect. Let me go into a white neighborhood with my little poodle and my little picket fence. They calling the police the next hour. They calling that police because they don't want us there. In that case, closed. So let me leave on that note, man. I'll holler at y'all. One.